What if you discovered that your soul has lived hundreds, perhaps even thousands, of lives before this one? What if every choice you've made, every fear you've overcome, and every love you've lost was part of a grander cosmic journey? Imagine for a moment that your soul is not bound by the limits of time, but instead it carries the wisdom, pain, and lessons of countless past lives. This is not just an ancient philosophy or a mystical idea. It is a reality that many have experienced through deep spiritual awakening. Across centuries, sages, mystics, and seekers have spoken of the eternal soul's journey, where each lifetime serves as a stepping stone toward enlightenment. But what if I told you that there is a message, a divine revelation, waiting to guide you on this path? A message from 350,000 angels who have watched over humanity, whispering truths to those ready to listen. These celestial beings do not just exist in myths or sacred texts. They are real, ever-present, and deeply invested in your journey. They have sent a powerful message, a blueprint for your awakening, one that unveils your past, illuminates your present, and shapes your future. This isn't just a theory or a spiritual fantasy. This is an awakening, a guide that will help you remember who you truly are and why you are here. Whether you are seeking answers, healing, or a deeper connection to your purpose, this story will reveal truths that have been hidden for lifetimes. Are you ready to uncover the mysteries of your soul? To listen to the whispers of angels and embrace the destiny you were meant for? The journey begins now. Throughout history, angels have been present, guiding, protecting, and whispering wisdom to those willing to listen. But now, more than ever, their voices are growing louder. Why? Because we are standing at a pivotal moment in Earth's history, a time of immense transformation, where humanity is awakening to truths long forgotten. The energy of the Earth is shifting. Old systems are crumbling, and a new consciousness is emerging. More people than ever are questioning their purpose, seeking deeper connections, and feeling an unexplainable pull towards something greater. This is not a coincidence. It is part of a grand spiritual awakening, a moment that has been foretold across cultures and traditions. The veil between the physical and spiritual worlds is thinning, allowing us to receive divine guidance more clearly than ever before. Angels are not here to control us, dictate our paths, or force change upon us. Their role has always been that of gentle reminders, messengers of truth who help us remember who we are beyond this single lifetime. They remind us of our soul's eternal nature, our divine purpose, and the immense power we hold within. This is a critical moment for collective spiritual growth. The world is in a state of uncertainty, but with uncertainty comes opportunity. The opportunity to awaken, to heal, and to transform. The angels are speaking now because they know that humanity is ready to rise. They are here to guide us through this transition, helping us release fear, embrace love, and step fully into the light of our higher selves. Will you listen? Will you open your heart to their message? The time is now. Earth is not just a planet floating in the vastness of space. It is a sacred school, a divine classroom where souls come to learn, evolve, and expand their consciousness. Unlike many other realms in the universe, Earth offers a unique opportunity for growth, one that is both challenging and transformative. This planet is a convergence point, a meeting place for consciousness from different galaxies, dimensions, and star systems. Some souls who incarnate here have traveled from distant worlds, drawn to Earth's dynamic energy and the lessons it offers. Others are ancient spirits who have cycled through countless lifetimes, each time refining their wisdom and deepening their understanding. Whether we realize it or not, we are all here with a purpose, to learn, to grow, and to awaken. What makes Earth so unique? It is one of the few places where souls can experience duality and free will in such an intense way. Light and dark, joy and sorrow, love and fear. These contrasts create the perfect conditions for learning. Without darkness, we would not understand the power of light. Without struggle, we would not appreciate peace. Every challenge, every heartache, and every triumph serves as a lesson, pushing us closer to the truth of who we really are. Free will is another essential aspect of this cosmic school. Unlike other realms where existence is guided by pure energy or collective consciousness, Earth allows each soul to make choices, both good and bad. These choices shape our destiny, teaching us responsibility, compassion, and the immense power of our own creation. The angels remind us that we are not here by accident. We chose to be here, to experience, to grow, and to awaken. The question is, what will we do with this opportunity? Before incarnating on Earth, every soul is fully aware of its divine nature, past experiences, and the lessons it seeks to learn in its next life. In the spiritual realms, there is no confusion, only clarity, love, and purpose. However, the moment a soul enters the physical body, it passes through what is often called the veil of forgetfulness. This veil is not a punishment, but a necessary condition for growth. Imagine playing a game where you already know every move, every outcome, and every challenge ahead. There would be no real learning, no true experience. Soul amnesia allows each person to start fresh, to make choices without being burdened by past knowledge, and to rediscover their spiritual truth through their own journey. This forgetfulness is what makes human life so deeply immersive. However, awakening is the process of piercing through this veil and reclaiming the forgotten wisdom of the soul. It often starts subtly, through intuition, deep emotions, or unexplainable moments of recognition. Some people experience flashes of past lives, vivid dreams, or a profound sense of déjà vu. Others feel drawn to spiritual teachings, certain places, or people they have never met but seem to know deeply. These are all signs that the soul is remembering. The angels remind us that spiritual awakening is not about learning something new. It is about remembering what we have always known. The truths of the universe, the lessons of love, and the infinite nature of our souls are already within us. As we quiet the mind, open our hearts, and trust our inner guidance, the memories begin to return, piece by piece, leading us back to the divine knowledge that has always been ours. Reincarnation is not a punishment, it is an opportunity. Each life is like a chapter in a vast, unfolding story of the soul's evolution. When a soul incarnates, it enters a new experience to learn, grow, and refine its understanding of love, compassion, and wisdom. The process is not random. It is carefully aligned with the soul's needs and karmic patterns. Many souls return to Earth again and again because of unresolved energy, unfinished lessons, emotional wounds, or unbalanced karma. Just as an action in this lifetime creates consequences, the energy of past lives carries forward. A soul may come back to heal old relationships, correct past mistakes, or master a lesson it struggled with before. This is why some people feel inexplicably drawn to certain places, skills, or individuals. They are reconnecting with past experiences. However, the goal is not to be trapped in this cycle indefinitely. True liberation comes when a soul reaches a state of balance, where love replaces fear, wisdom dissolves ignorance, and all karmic debts are settled. This doesn't mean perfection. Rather, it means a deep inner peace and a return to divine consciousness. Some call this enlightenment, ascension, or soul transcendence. Angels guide souls toward this liberation by offering insights, synchronicities, and gentle nudges toward growth. The key to breaking the cycle is not waiting for another lifetime to resolve past issues, but consciously balancing energy in real time. When we choose love over resentment, forgiveness over grudges, and awareness over reaction, we transform our energy and move closer to true freedom. Within every soul lies a blueprint, a hidden map encoded with divine potential. This blueprint is carried in what many call spiritual DNA, an energetic structure beyond the physical genome. Just as physical DNA determines our body's traits, spiritual DNA holds the key to our consciousness, past life memories, and higher abilities. However, much of this potential remains dormant, waiting for activation. Across the universe, advanced civilizations and celestial beings have understood the power of these awakening codes. These are vibrational frequencies, buried within us, that, when triggered, unlock deeper awareness, intuition, and spiritual gifts. Now, 350,000 angels are working to send a wave of energy to humanity, designed to activate these dormant codes. This transmission of divine light is helping souls remember who they are beyond the physical realm. This activation is not about sudden miracles or supernatural changes. It is a gradual unfolding. Signs of awakening include heightened intuition, deeper empathy, spontaneous healing, and a greater sense of purpose. People may begin receiving guidance through dreams, synchronicities, or an inner knowing that cannot be explained logically. They may feel drawn to ancient wisdom, nature, or practices like meditation, sound healing, and energy work, all of which help align them with the higher vibrations being sent. The activation of these codes is not reserved for a chosen few. It is available to all who are open to receiving. As more souls awaken, the collective frequency of humanity shifts, making it easier for others to awaken as well. This is why the angels are speaking now. Humanity stands on the edge of a profound transformation, and those who embrace this shift will find themselves stepping into a higher state of consciousness and connection. The world you see around you is not separate from you. It is a reflection of your inner state. Every experience, every relationship, and every challenge in your life mirrors your thoughts, emotions, and energetic vibrations. This is a fundamental truth that spiritual masters and ancient teachings have shared for centuries. Reality does not happen to you. It happens through you. The angels emphasize that everything in your external world, whether harmonious or chaotic, is a response to the energy you carry within. If your thoughts are filled with fear, doubt, or negativity, your reality will reflect situations that reinforce those emotions. On the other hand, when you shift your inner state, focusing on love, gratitude, and peace, you begin attracting experiences that align with those frequencies. This is the essence of manifestation and conscious creation. The angels are urging humanity to become more mindful of their vibrations. They remind us that spiritual awakening is not just about receiving higher knowledge. It is about applying that wisdom in daily life. Every thought you think, every word you speak, and every emotion you hold creates a ripple effect in your reality. This is why inner transformation is key to changing the external world. Those who begin this journey often notice synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that confirm they are aligning with their higher self. Life starts feeling more connected, and people, opportunities, and events that match their new vibration naturally enter their path. The shift in Earth's energy is making it easier than ever to awaken to this truth. The more you take responsibility for your energy, the more control you have over your reality. The angel's message is clear: master your inner world, and the outer world will transform in response. From the moment you take your first breath, you are placed within an invisible structure, a carefully designed mental framework that shapes your perception of reality. This is what spiritual seekers often call the illusion matrix. It is a system of beliefs, rules, and expectations that influence how you think, what you believe, and how you experience life. Society, education, and media play a major role in reinforcing this illusion. You are taught what is normal, what is possible, and what is true. From an early age, the world around you defines your limitations, what you can and cannot do, what you should fear, and what you should value. Over time, these external messages become internalized, creating a subconscious prison that keeps you disconnected from your true nature. But here's the truth: reality is far greater than what you have been led to believe. The angels remind us that we are not powerless beings trapped in a rigid system. We are infinite souls with the ability to break free. The illusion matrix is only powerful as long as we accept it as absolute truth. Breaking free from this mental construct requires questioning everything you've been conditioned to believe. Who defined your limits? Why do you believe what you believe? The process of awakening involves stripping away false narratives and rediscovering your own truth. This doesn't mean rejecting society, but rather seeing beyond its illusions. The angels are here to guide humanity through this transition. They encourage us to tune into our intuition, to seek knowledge beyond mainstream teachings, and to remember that we have the power to shape our own reality. The illusion only holds power over those who remain unaware of it. Once you see it for what it is, you begin to reclaim your sovereignty as a conscious creator. Every experience in life, every joy, challenge, and relationship is not random. Before incarnating on Earth, your soul makes agreements, known as soul contracts, that shape the journey ahead. These contracts are created with purpose, designed to provide lessons, healing, and spiritual evolution. At the soul level, before birth, you choose the key themes and experiences of your life. These choices are not made to punish or reward, but to help your consciousness expand. Some souls choose lives filled with hardship to develop resilience, while others may seek love and connection to understand unity. Every challenge is an opportunity to awaken deeper wisdom. Relationships play a crucial role in these contracts. The people you encounter, whether as family, friends, lovers, or even adversaries, are part of your soul's blueprint. They are placed in your path to help you grow. Sometimes, these relationships are filled with love and support, and other times, they bring pain and struggle. But in both cases, they serve a higher purpose. Even the most difficult connections often hold the deepest lessons. Not all contracts are meant to last forever. Some agreements are temporary, designed only for a particular phase of your journey. When a relationship or situation no longer serves your growth, the contract naturally dissolves. Holding on to something past its purpose can create suffering, whereas embracing change allows new lessons to unfold. Many souls also agree to assist one another in ways that go beyond personal relationships. Some take on roles as mentors, teachers, or even rivals to push each other toward transformation. Sometimes, a painful experience is exactly what is needed to trigger an awakening. In these moments, it is important to remember that on a soul level, even those who challenge us deeply are fulfilling their part of the agreement. The angels remind us that soul contracts are not set in stone. Free will allows us to shift and modify our paths. If a lesson is learned sooner than expected, a contract may be completed ahead of time. Likewise, if a challenge remains unresolved, it may reappear in future lifetimes until the energy is balanced. Recognizing soul contracts in your life brings clarity. It helps you move from a mindset of victimhood to empowerment, understanding that everything happens for you, not to you. When faced with difficulties, ask yourself, what am I meant to learn from this? Instead of resisting, lean into the lesson. As awareness deepens, you gain the power to release contracts that no longer align with your highest path. You do not need to stay in relationships or situations that hinder your growth. The moment you acknowledge a contract has served its purpose, you allow space for new experiences to emerge. Life is not a series of random events. It is a beautifully orchestrated journey designed for your soul's expansion. When you embrace this truth, you begin to move through life with greater acceptance, wisdom, and grace. The angels are here to guide you through this process, reminding you that every soul contract, no matter how challenging, is ultimately an act of love. The universe is constantly communicating, and angels use a variety of energy tools to guide and assist humanity. These tools help align your vibration, activate higher consciousness, and awaken dormant wisdom within. Recognizing and connecting with these energies can accelerate spiritual growth and deepen your understanding of your soul's journey. One of the most powerful angelic energy tools is sacred geometry. Shapes like the flower of life, Metatron's cube, and the Merkaba hold divine patterns that influence energy fields. These geometric structures exist at the core of creation, forming the blueprint of all existence. When meditated upon or visualized, they help realign personal energy, unlock deeper awareness, and enhance spiritual activation. Another profound energy tool is light waves. Angels often communicate through energetic transmissions, waves of high-frequency light designed to elevate consciousness. These waves enter the aura and subtle bodies, dissolving dense energies and attuning the soul to higher vibrations. Many people experience these transmissions as warmth, tingling sensations, or sudden moments of clarity. Energy alignment is another essential tool in angelic guidance. Angels assist in clearing blockages in the body's energy centers, or chakras, helping to restore balance. Practices like meditation, breathwork, and visualization allow individuals to tune into this divine support. When energy is aligned, intuition strengthens, and the ability to receive angelic messages becomes clearer. Beyond these energetic tools, angels communicate through dreams, intuition, and music. Dreams often serve as a portal for divine messages. Symbols, encounters with loved ones, or repeated themes in dreams may carry guidance from the angelic realm. Keeping a dream journal can help identify patterns and messages over time. Intuition is another channel through which angelic energy flows. That deep knowing, the gentle nudge toward a decision, or an inner voice offering reassurance. These are signs of angelic presence. Strengthening intuition requires trust. The more you listen and follow inner guidance, the stronger this connection becomes. Music is another medium angels use to transmit energy. Certain frequencies, such as 432 Hz and 528 Hz, are known to have healing properties and can align the soul with universal harmony. Sometimes, a song will play at the perfect moment, carrying a message that resonates deeply. Paying attention to these synchronicities allows for a more profound connection with angelic guidance. Recognizing and working with these energy tools is key to spiritual awakening. When you consciously align with these frequencies, you open yourself to angelic support, divine wisdom, and a deeper sense of purpose. The more you attune to these messages, the clearer the path becomes, leading you toward greater clarity, healing, and transformation. Human existence is far greater than what the physical senses perceive. While most people identify solely with their current body and life, the soul operates on multiple levels, extending far beyond this single reality. You are not just a person living on Earth. You are a vast, multidimensional being, existing simultaneously in different planes of consciousness. Throughout history, mystics, spiritual teachers, and even modern scientists have explored the concept of multiple dimensions. Quantum physics suggests that reality is layered, with parallel timelines and infinite possibilities coexisting at once. In the spiritual sense, this means your soul is not confined to the here and now. It is connected to other versions of itself across different dimensions, lifetimes, and frequencies. One of the most common ways people experience their multidimensional nature is through dreams. Many dreams are not just random sequences of thoughts, but glimpses into other aspects of your existence. Lucid dreams, recurring dream scenarios, or encounters with unfamiliar yet deeply familiar beings can be reflections of these parallel experiences. Sometimes, a dream might feel more real than waking life because it is another version of reality your soul is accessing. Intuition is another gateway to the multidimensional self. Have you ever had an unexplained knowing, a sudden insight, or a deep emotional reaction to something you've never encountered before? This could be your higher self or another aspect of your soul transmitting knowledge from a different dimension. Intuitive flashes often come from a place beyond linear time, offering guidance that the conscious mind cannot logically explain. Sudden emotions, especially unprovoked feelings of sadness, joy, or nostalgia, can also be linked to other existences. Sometimes, people feel drawn to a certain place, culture, or historical period, even though they have never experienced it in this lifetime. These connections could be traces of other lives your soul is currently living in parallel dimensions. The process of true awakening begins when these aspects start to integrate. Many spiritual seekers believe that as consciousness evolves, the walls between dimensions become thinner. The more you raise your vibration, the more you can access wisdom from these other layers of yourself. Meditation, energy work, and mindfulness help strengthen this awareness, allowing a person to tap into their soul's full potential. This integration is not about escaping the present reality, but about expanding awareness. When you embrace your multidimensional nature, life becomes more fluid. Fears diminish because you understand that this lifetime is only a part of a greater journey. The soul is eternal, and the lessons you learn here contribute to the evolution of all your other existences. By recognizing that you are a multidimensional being, you begin to see life from a broader perspective. Challenges seem less overwhelming when you realize they are just one thread in a much larger tapestry. Moments of déjà vu, synchronicities, and intuitive nudges all take on new meaning. They are signs of your soul communicating across dimensions. The journey of awakening is not just about remembering past lives, but about embracing the infinite versions of yourself that exist right now. When these aspects come together, true transformation occurs, leading to a life filled with deeper understanding, purpose, and spiritual empowerment. Love is the most powerful force in the universe, capable of transforming energy, healing wounds, and dissolving negativity. It is not just an emotion, but a frequency, a state of being that aligns the soul with its highest truth. Love is the key to liberation because it purifies the energy accumulated over lifetimes. When a soul embodies unconditional love, it breaks free from the limitations of fear, anger, and judgment, allowing it to rise to higher states of consciousness. In many spiritual teachings, love is seen as the highest vibration. It is the energy that connects all living beings, the invisible force that holds the universe together. When love is expressed genuinely, without expectation or conditions, it creates profound shifts in the soul's journey. Acts of kindness, forgiveness, and compassion are not just moral virtues. They are energetic tools that cleanse past karmic imprints and open pathways to spiritual growth. Gratitude is another essential key to liberation. It shifts the soul's energy from lack to abundance, from suffering to acceptance. Gratitude is not just about saying thank you. It is about recognizing the divine perfection in every experience, even in challenges. When a soul practices gratitude consistently, it aligns with the flow of the universe, attracting more harmonious experiences. Many people live in a state of resistance, focusing on what is missing or what has gone wrong. This resistance creates energetic blockages that keep the soul trapped in repetitive cycles of struggle. Gratitude dissolves these blockages by shifting the focus toward what is already present and valuable. When a person genuinely appreciates their experiences, both joyful and difficult, they free themselves from the need to relive the same lessons in different forms. Living in the present moment is the ultimate way to escape the karmic cycle. The past holds regrets, unresolved emotions, and attachments, while the future is filled with uncertainty and expectations. When the mind is caught between these two extremes, the soul remains in a state of imbalance. True liberation happens when a person fully embraces the now, this moment, this breath, this experience. In the present, there is no burden of past mistakes or anxiety about what is to come. There is only pure awareness, where the soul can make conscious choices that are not influenced by past programming. This is why meditation, mindfulness, and conscious breathing are powerful practices. They bring the soul into the now, where transformation and healing occur instantly. When love, gratitude, and presence are combined, they form a powerful triad of liberation. Love purifies, gratitude harmonizes, and presence frees the soul from unnecessary suffering. Together, these energies create a state of being where karmic cycles no longer repeat, and the soul is able to ascend to higher levels of existence. Spiritual awakening is not about escaping life, but about fully embracing it with an open heart. The soul's journey is meant to be experienced with love, appreciation, and awareness. By practicing these three keys, a person steps into their highest potential, no longer bound by the past, but fully alive in the eternal now. The idea of a soul trap has been widely misunderstood. No soul is forcibly imprisoned or held against its will. Rather, it is energy and consciousness that determine its position in the grand design of existence. Souls are not victims of an external force. Instead, they are shaped by their own energetic state, thoughts, and emotions. The key to liberation is not in fighting against an external trap, but in transforming one's inner world. Fear is the primary force that keeps souls in cycles of repetition. When a soul carries unresolved trauma, guilt, resentment, or fear of the unknown, it naturally gravitates toward lower vibrational experiences. These emotions create a heavy energetic imprint, binding the soul to patterns that seem inescapable. Fear-based belief systems, whether they come from society, religion, or personal experiences, reinforce the illusion of entrapment. Many souls remain in these cycles because they do not recognize their own power. They unconsciously relive the same lessons, drawing similar experiences and relationships lifetime after lifetime. This is not because they are being controlled, but because their energy has not yet shifted beyond those patterns. Sovereignty, or inner power, is the key to breaking free. When a soul remembers that it is a divine being limitless and connected to infinite intelligence, the illusion of a trap dissolves. The more one aligns with love, wisdom, and self-awareness, the less they are affected by lower vibrational forces. Raising one's energy is a natural way to step out of karmic cycles. This can be done through conscious practices such as meditation, breathwork, gratitude, and emotional healing. When a soul vibrates at a higher frequency, it no longer resonates with fear-based experiences. Instead, it attracts opportunities for growth, joy, and deeper spiritual connection. Ultimately, the so-called soul trap is not a physical prison, but a state of mind and energy. The doors to freedom have always been open. It is the perception of limitation that keeps them unseen. True awakening happens when a soul realizes that nothing outside of itself has the power to confine it. Liberation is not about escaping reality. It is about transforming one's relationship with it. The universe stands at a pivotal moment, one where collective evolution is not just an idea, but an active opportunity. The energy of the earth is shifting, and humanity is at a crossroads. Will we remain bound to old cycles of fear, limitation, and separation? Or will we embrace a higher state of consciousness, stepping into the truth of who we really are? The angel's message is clear. This is a time of awakening, and every soul has the choice to either rise or remain asleep. Awakening is not something that happens overnight. It is a gradual process of remembering, of peeling away the illusions and distortions that have clouded our perception for lifetimes. The angels do not force or interfere. Their role is simply to remind us of what we already know deep within. They send guidance through signs, synchronicities, dreams, and intuitive nudges. Some people feel their presence as a deep inner knowing, while others experience it through moments of profound peace and clarity. This moment in history is unlike any before. A wave of consciousness is sweeping across the planet, urging souls to recognize their divine nature. But awakening is always a personal choice. No one is forced into enlightenment. Each soul must decide for itself whether it is ready to step beyond fear, beyond the illusion of separation, and into a higher frequency of love and awareness. The collective shift happens one person at a time. As more individuals awaken, their energy ripples outward, influencing those around them. The more people choose love over fear, truth over deception, and awareness over distraction, the faster the collective vibration rises. This is why the angels are speaking now, because humanity is reaching a critical point where transformation is possible on a scale never seen before. However, awakening does not mean escaping the world or rejecting the physical experience. Instead, it means engaging with life in a new way, one that is rooted in love, presence, and conscious creation. It means recognizing that we are not victims of reality, but active participants in shaping it. Every thought, emotion, and action contributes to the greater whole. The angels offer their wisdom, but the journey is ours to take. They remind us that we are powerful beings, capable of transcending limitations and stepping into a higher way of being. This is the opportunity before us, to break free from the cycles of suffering, to reclaim our divine essence, and to co-create a reality that reflects the truth of who we are. The choice is always ours. Will we remain in the familiar patterns of the past, or will we embrace the call of awakening? The angels are watching, guiding, and cheering us on, but ultimately the path forward is in our hands. Awakening is not about running away from the challenges of Earth. It is about transforming both yourself and the world around you. Many spiritual seekers fall into the trap of believing that enlightenment means escaping this reality, disconnecting from material life, or rejecting human experiences. But true awakening is not about avoidance, it is about integration. Earth is not a prison, it is a training ground for the soul. And to truly rise above, one must learn to navigate this reality with wisdom, strength, and clarity. One of the greatest misconceptions about spiritual growth is that it means bypassing pain, ignoring darkness, or rejecting struggle. In reality, the path to higher consciousness requires a deep and honest confrontation with one's own fears, wounds, and shadows. Avoidance only delays growth. True transformation happens when you acknowledge your inner darkness, understand its lessons, and transmute it into light. The angels remind us that this process is not about judgment, but about healing. Every soul carries unhealed energy from past lives and experiences. Facing it with love and awareness is the key to liberation. Another critical aspect of rising above is emotional and energetic stability. Many people awaken to spiritual truths, but then struggle to maintain balance. They become overwhelmed by external energies, collective fear, or the chaos of the world. This is why grounding is essential. Stabilizing yourself means learning to maintain inner peace, even when the outside world is turbulent. Meditation, conscious breathing, energy work, and connection with nature can help anchor higher frequencies into your being. When you are stable within, you naturally become a source of stability for others. To bring light to earth, you must first embody that light. The angels emphasize that spiritual evolution is not about rejecting physical reality, but about infusing it with higher consciousness. This means living with awareness, making choices aligned with love and wisdom, and taking responsibility for your own energy. When enough individuals do this, the collective vibration of Earth shifts. Some souls have chosen to incarnate specifically to assist in this transition. Their purpose is not to escape, but to help elevate humanity's consciousness. If you are reading this, you are likely one of them. The key is to remember that awakening is a journey, not a destination. There will be moments of struggle, doubt, and challenge, but these are all part of the growth process. Rather than seeing Earth as something to leave behind, view it as a sacred space for evolution. Every experience, both joyful and painful, is an opportunity for expansion. The more you align with love, truth, and presence, the more you transform the world simply by being. Your energy, your awareness, and your choices create ripples that extend far beyond what you can see. In the end, rising above is not about leaving Earth. It is about bringing heaven to earth. By stabilizing yourself, facing your own shadows, and embodying higher consciousness, you contribute to the transformation of the entire planet. This is the ultimate purpose of awakening, not to escape reality, but to illuminate it. The journey of the soul has reached a pivotal moment. For ages, reincarnation has been a cycle of learning, growth, and sometimes repetition. Many souls have returned lifetime after lifetime, carrying unresolved energies, lessons, and karmic patterns. But now, something has changed. The cycle has been broken. The door to true freedom has been opened, and the choice to step through it lies in our hands. The angels remind us that liberation does not come from escaping Earth or abandoning human experiences. True freedom is not about leaving this realm, but about mastering it. It is about moving beyond unconscious patterns and stepping into full awareness of who we are as divine beings. The moment we embrace our full consciousness, we transcend the illusions that have kept us bound. We no longer live reactively, dictated by fear, karma, or external forces. Instead, we step into the highest version of ourselves, aware, sovereign, and aligned with the greater cosmic order. Now, more than ever, humanity stands at a crossroads. The energies on Earth are shifting, and every soul is being called to make a choice. Will we continue the old cycles of fear, limitation, and division? Or will we awaken to our divine potential, embracing love, wisdom, and unity? The angels do not force this choice upon us. They merely guide, whisper, and remind. The decision must come from within. For those who are ready, the path is clear: awareness, alignment, and conscious action. This is not about waiting for salvation, but about actively participating in our own awakening. It is about choosing love over fear, presence over distraction, and truth over illusion. When enough souls make this choice, the collective vibration of Earth will rise, and the reality around us will transform. The door to freedom is open, but it is not a door you walk through. It is a shift in consciousness. The moment you step into your true awareness, you are free. You are no longer bound by karmic cycles, external influences, or limiting beliefs. You become a creator, a being of light who shapes reality with intention and clarity. This is the ultimate message. You are not here to escape. You are here to remember, awaken, and transform. The power has always been within you. The time is now.